Paul here. Today we're going to check out this CM2 Conscious Magic Episode 2 by Andrew Gerard and Rand Pink. I want to tell you this first right off the bat. This has made the top product, the top highlights product in the VANISH Magic Magazine for March, and there's a reason for it. This is by Andrew and Rand. If you don't know Andrew and Rand's work, if you're not familiar with it, I know pretty much everybody is, but these two guys are incredibly creative. Not only are they both incredible mentalists and magicians and performers, they're also very talented musicians. I think Rand is also a music producer. Andrew has albums out. I don't know if people do albums anymore, but he's produced great music, written music. So they're two incredibly creative guys, as well as their background in magic and goes to consulting, and they've both released incredible products before. This is the second in the series. The first one I absolutely loved. It's material that I've started using. I think in the first one, Andrew's ambitious card routine is the best. Not ambitious, so his out of this world routine is the best I've ever seen, because it makes more sense than anything else I've ever seen. And also Rand's centre tear is, I think everyone has become a standard now of any centre tear routine. So what are you going to get out of this? Well, this is an incredible product for many reasons, and I'm going to talk about it right now. First of all, one of the reasons I love this is because of the way they filmed it. They haven't hired actors or fake people to scream and shout. They've performed it in real life situations. They're at a coffee table with friends, and they're doing some pretty powerful things. And the reason this works is because there's a connection, if you like, or it's more than a magic trick. What it is every routine in here has an impact and a meaning for the spectator. And you can see this really in the second routine on here called Becoming by Andrew. It's one move, a one card routine, an ambitious card, but it only jumps once, that's it, and that's all it needs to be. Probably one of the most, the strongest ambitious card routines I've ever seen, because it has meaning for the spectator. You know, a magician can do an ambitious card routine and it keeps coming to the top, and then it ends up inside, you know, on their tie or under an envelope, whatever it is. And the spectator goes, oh, you know, that's cool. The impact isn't as strong as this one version that Andrew does. And the reason is because he makes it have meaning for the spectator. And I think that's really important. Ask anybody, and I know this from experience, if you do a palm reading for somebody, for example, that'll have way more meaning than any card trick you'll ever perform or any sponge ball routine you'll ever do. Because that is personable to the spectator. It has meaning for them and to them. So, and like all the magic on here, mind reading or magic on here, same reason. Everything has a meaning for the spectator, and not in the mumbo jumbo way that we're used to seeing people perform or get thrown at. Told us that this is fantastic because it's psychologically. This is way more than that. This is real world stuff. And the nice thing about this also is the fact that it uses props that everything organic. I mean, the Get Lucky, for example, the first routine is possibly the best lottery routine I've ever seen. You can do it walkabout. You show a bunch of lottery tickets you can get at the lottery shop or the 7-Eleven. Spectator circles them without you seeing. You're able to tell them exactly the numbers and then produce a lottery ticket. A real lottery ticket with the numbers they chose. It's quite incredible, super easy to do, but the thinking behind it. Another thing that I love about this DVD is it's the way they teach it. Every nuance is completely worked out because these guys are performing this material, and that's what makes it so great. It's not something they thought of and put on film just to make money. It's actually stuff they've performed for years and thought about and worked together probably and with others to really get everything perfect before they release it. So this is great value. I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you had CM1 and CM2, you could have, say, 7 or 8 effects. That's all you'll need, and you could go around doing performances just with this material. It's that strong. Okay, so Get Lucky is the first one on here. Again, it's a lottery routine. You predict lottery numbers and then a lottery ticket. Becoming is Andrew's version of Ambitious Card. It's a move that completely floored me. By itself, he just does it once, and it has such an impact on, especially in the performance. You'll see he does it. There's 2 performances, live performances. The first one is gives meaning to the ambitious card, rather than the card just popping back and forward to the top. He just does it once, but there's meaning, and it really has an impact on the spectator. And it gave me a lump in my throat because I thought, wow, that's possibly the best routine I've ever thought of. Everything made sense. The next one is Radio, which is a great routine. You're able to predict. You're able to tell the spectator, what song they're thinking of. You ask them to think of a song, and you're able to tell them what song. And I would like to say that that all of these are done, as I said, organically. You could go to a 7-Eleven and buy the lottery tickets and do it then. Radio, you just need 2 blank cards. It's everything is organic. There's no electronics. There's no magnets. It's real stuff for real people. Radio, sorry, as I said, is a routine where you are able to ask a spectator to think of a song. You're able to tell them what song they're thinking of. Super easy to do, uses a well-known principle, but again, everything that these guys do, the nuances are there for a reason. So if there's a move, for example, that you have to do, it just completely flies by the spectator, because everything is really well thought out. And then especially when you watch radio, I think, well, actually all of them, but certainly radio, Rand has the way he hands the pen to the spectator. Something could happen while he does that, and it's just a natural thing. So that's a good one. 50-50 is the last one, which is a fun one that Andrew has on here. It's a 50-50 chance. It floored me the first time I saw it. It's a fun thing you can do, and you'll probably never have to buy a drink again or a meal again. It's a great routine, very easy to do, and again, it's something you can just make up on the fly. All of these are great. There's no major props. This is a great product. I mean, there's a reason that this is making the product highlight for Vanish in March. And I highly recommend this. It's really well thought out. Everything on here is a worker. In other words, it doesn't matter what level you are, if you're an amateur or a full-time pro, you're going to love this. Everyone's going to learn something from this. It's for magicians and mentalists. Can't recommend this highly enough. It's fantastic. This is Conscious Magic Episode 2.
I don't think there's a magician alive that hasn't been asked at one point, if you're so magic, why haven't you won the lotto yet? The idea of the lotto routines, of picking winning lotto numbers, has been played with by many people, myself included. Everything from electronic devices, special pads and gimmicks and whatnot. And Rand has a routine that is the only routine that I do. I love it. I've watched him develop it over the years. I've contributed to myself. It involves no gimmicks. It involves just a real lotto ticket. You can walk up to a store right now, buy a lotto ticket, buy some Powerball steps, fill them out, and predict the lotto numbers. It's incredible. Are you going to play those numbers?
Yes, when I leave. But he looks like a unicorn. That's insane. How did you do that?
And we're going to win it together, and we're going to continue this. When you see me at the lottery office collecting my money, I want you to be there.
It's simple. You're going to do it right away. I know you're going to love this. This is Get Lucky.
When you think of the ambitious card routine, we think of a multi-phase effect where a signed card goes from the middle of the pack to the top. But what Andrew's done is he flipped the script. He's created an effect where the spectator finds a better version of themselves. And that's why we call this becoming. The spectator pushes the card flush into the pack, places the cards in their hands like this. Now Andrew guides them through a journey of self-discovery, and after a few moments, they open their hands to reveal that their signed card is at the top of the pack.
How? It feels great. It feels like you're opening something that you have no idea about. It's beautiful. I feel slightly strange.
Thanks so much. You know, it's a hard city, like you said. There's a lot of people, and it's really easy to get kind of lost in it all. This is amazing.
I wish I could explain it. I can't. It's magic. It's literal magic. Andrew's amazing. Kind of at a loss for words right now.
Here's radio. This is a great effect. It is slightly out of the genre of magic, more into mentalism or mind reading. Anytime you can get inside somebody's mind or share a thought with them, the reactions are always amazing, right? We know this. But when you can share a song that somebody's singing in their mind, it's even better. So Rand's routine, he asks somebody to think of a song, any song at all. They write it down on a card and they hold it in their hand. Rand gets them to touch his temples and they feel a thought leave Rand's mind and into theirs, and they guess one note of a major scale, which is really, really cool. So Rand continues to do this as that song is shared the same way. Fingers to the temples, they sing it in their mind, and immediately Rand can sing it out loud. Or you can go into their phone if you don't know the song and play it on Spotify or iTunes or whatever. but people always freak out. It's like this moment where they're thinking in their mind there's no possible way he could know what song I'm singing in my head, but he does. And this is radio. Check it out.
Every time you surprise me. Every time you hit me.
With most 50-50 effects, they only really matter when you put something of value on the line. Well, Andrew's 50-50, he puts $100 on the line and pretty much wagers whether the spectator's going to pick up the 100 with their left or their right hand, and he always gets it right. This is the most amazing impromptu, anytime, anywhere. Borrowed some paper, some pens, a bill, you're good. This is Andrew's 50-50.
Sure. Yeah, he's getting the bill. Thanks.
I don't think it is 50-50. I think there's a couple of variables that could be in there, but I just decided to stick to my guns. I'm like, I'm going left. I'm not changing my mind because I will not be influenced by whatever it is you're doing. But apparently I was anyway.